like to invite Mr. Winnie Hennessy-Barret, who is a founder and the CEO of 4G Capital. He's running a top-ranked fintech company operating in East Africa. So, floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honored hosts, honored colleagues. Believe you can hear me? This works? Great. Okay, we're good. Respectful of your time, I'm very, very honored to be speaking here. Hard to beat the comments made by my co-panelists. I guess I'd like to introduce some ideas that move the conversation from the theoretical and the policy side into the practical applications, speaking as to how we can improve governance, improve collaboration, improve cooperation. I want to draw to your mind how important Africa is in the Global South and how underrepresented it is, and how there are, as we speak, collaborative models which can drive up bottom-up reform and prosperity to the benefit of all. I'm here really to represent the African opportunity, as amusing as that might seem, being an Irishman in China, but my company is very active in Kenya and Uganda, powering small business growth through microloans and business training. We mobilize global investment into these exciting markets. In 25 years from now, in 2050, exactly 1/4 of the globe's population will be African, and 1/3 of the working adult population. That is an enormous, enormous market. It is an enormous challenge. It is an enormous opportunity for all of us. Within that huge and amazing continent, 80% of employment is within the informal market sector. That's to say, self-employed, small and micro entrepreneurs who work for themselves, work incredibly hard, are very resilient, provide for their families, provide for their communities. They constitute about 40% of African GDP, which is growing not only by the year, but by the hour with population growth and with the rise and the penetration of technology. We help them to grow their revenues by an average of 86% year on year. 75% of our customers are women, the backbone of every society, and 75% are also in rural areas. We lend these small loans using electronic money. There's no cash involved. And with the power of technology, we're able to convert that opportunity into reality to allow people to access better lives. We are in a period of geopolitical flux. The post-Cold War era is now well and truly gone. My friends and colleagues have spoken eloquently of how the United States is readjusting its priorities and its worldview. And this is creating a period of discomfort and of change, of dispute, in some cases denial of the new reality. But the fact is that we need new solutions for today's problems. Within the Northern Hemisphere, or the West, if you like, the new reality is that the high-tax, high-spend neoliberal model has not delivered. Western economies are now struggling greatly with over-indebtedness, with restricted productivity, and at the same time, we've seen in recent years how overdependence on external supply chains creates concerns and risks and vulnerabilities. Within these Western economies, uncontrolled immigration risks destabilizing societies, and more importantly, to my mind, that mass immigration robs developing countries of the human capital and of the talent that they need to drive their societies forward and to drive prosperity on an equitable basis, rather than just providing a cheap labor force for other people. This is all translating into increased social, political, trade, and security risks, which affect us all. And so how do we thread this needle? Where do interests align? Where can wealth be created at scale? And how can the vast, untapped, and growing opportunity of this huge part of the global economy that really is not being taken seriously enough be reached? Well, there is no particular silver bullet, but there are tools which work, and investing in the global micro and SME sector is very much one of them. When I talk about these small traders, it's very easy to think in conventional development mindset. I'm actually referring to a $10 trillion global market opportunity. And the critical importance of these businesses which power economies from the very, very bottom roots to allow governments to expand their own development agendas, to drive forward education, knowledge, access to better livelihoods, whilst at the same time delivering market-beating yields, democratizing wealth creation, and strengthening the global relationships and friendships which are formed in forums like this, allow us to move to a basis of a shared value creation framework where values-driven business genuinely transforms lives, obviates the need for conflict, and transforms people's outlook. Fintech companies like 4G Capital can partner with global investors, scaling digitally and providing the inclusive business friendships to counter these horrible forces of isolationism, which are concerning us all so much today. And so with that, I thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.